Good morning, YouTube. It is Trev. All right, quick update on rain because it's Sunday morning and I am headed out for breakfast, but I just want to get this out to you really quick. All right, so looking at the chart, I'm going to talk about where we kind of were yesterday and where we are today. And what I want to do is I want to zoom back in for you a little bit, but this blue line, right? This trend line, I drew this yesterday, and you can start it anywhere, right? But I decided to start it at the top of this big green candle, right? And then I look for touches. I look for different places where it can touch, right? So we had a touch here, we had a touch here. Then it came down, it touched here, and then coming all the way up this way, it seemed like we were on a particular kind of slope, right? So it seemed like a good place to draw my trend line. But where we ended yesterday, or where we were yesterday when I drew this, was we had come down to test what I had said was kind of a resistance level at one point, and then I was wondering if it was going to be a support level. And let me just draw that line in there for you real quick. Let me see. Let me do it like this. So this is kind of where I was talking about, okay? Oops, didn't mean to do that. This line here, because we had come up to this area, kind of resisted off of it, came down, right? But then when we broke through it with these couple of big green candles here, these huge buys, it kind of became a support area. So it came down, it kind of bounced off of that area, came back up, and where we were yesterday is pretty much right here. This green and red candle here. Let me see if I can make that even bigger for you. Right here is where we were yesterday, and I said, well, it's tested that support level, right, which is now support level. It's tested it once. It came up, it bounced, it tested it twice, and we were here. This was before this red candle kind of shot down, right? It was really resting right on that line, and I said, what is it going to do? Is it going to is it going to go down from here? Is it going to bounce up or is it going to travel along this line? Well, it did almost a little bit of everything, right? So that later on in that hour, that continued to go way down. So there was a big kind of sell-off, right? A wallet or two that sold quite a bit. But there's so little supply, million supply. And the community, the holders that are into this project are so into this project. When they see a dip, they are packing their bags, right? Again, you've got a lot of people who have bought and are holding on for dear life because even with the exponential gains that this thing has made, over the last, matter of weeks or whatever, right? Or really since, if you want to go back to the beginning, months, they know that it's not even close to where it can actually go. And so as soon as somebody sells, when there's a big sell-off, it gets picked up. It gets picked back up immediately. And you can see it in the chart, right? Big sell-off here. What do we do? Picked it right back up, right? Came up to a certain level. Some people sold off. Boom. Some other people grabbed it. Oh, you're going to go low on me? All right, I'm going to grab it. They grabbed it, right? And then we came down, grabbed it. Came down, grabbed it. So we came down to that line, this line here. And it came down below it, but then in the next hour, it just picked right back up again, and it continued to go up, okay? But here's what's interesting. I drew this line yesterday, and really this was the last candle we had, this red one right here. And since yesterday, we've picked up all this. This is an hour chart, and look at it. It's staying on that trajectory. It keeps going up. So we're at a level right now. I can get rid of this line. We're at a level right now. Right now it's $13.85. Really, a little while ago when I was getting ready to make this, it was up a little higher. It was like $13.98. $14 seems to be a little bit of a resistance area, I guess. Or at least an area where some people decide maybe they'll take some profits. And then, again, whatever they're going to do with those profits, they do. But that's that area. Once we break through that area, you can't tell the future, right? I can't tell the future. But I feel like staying, on this trajectory that we're on and just keeping in line with basically what's been happening with this thing. I think once we break that $14 and stay, because we've broken it before, but once we break that $14 and stay there for, half a day or whatever, I think we're going to see an exponential, humongous pump from that point. I think I feel like we're going to have a quick run up to like $15, $16, maybe higher, right? But again, that's just my opinion. This is what I'm thinking is going to happen. If we end up staying on that line, it's not going to take very long at all before we start reaching those heights. And if I stretch this line out a little more, right, let's go like this. And that brings me right up to like $16, okay? And I'll change the chart to, I don't want to go to a day chart. Let's go like a 4-hour chart, right? So you can see where it wouldn't really take that long. If we stay heading in that area or on that slope, it really wouldn't take that long before we get up to like $14, $15, $16. Depends, right? Depends. Once it gets up that high, are they going to be, there are some whales in here. There are some people that are holding quite a bit. And are they going to decide at those points that maybe that's a good spot to take some profits? We don't know, right? All we do know is that there are enough people holding, and there is a small enough supply that even if those people sell, people just grab it, scoop it right up, and it keeps going up. It keeps going up. Yesterday we had an X space with the Meme Alliance guys. Also, there were some other people there. Sharby was there. Volt Inu was there. Elmo ERC, which basically is the Meme Alliance guys. And Calvin came on and talked at length about the tokenomics here. And so, okay, I'm going on and on about how impressed I am about these things and how well it's doing. But I can tell you that we had some project developers in that space. And you can go back and listen to the space. I'm pretty sure it's recorded. We had some project developers. We had some blockchain developers. We had some guys who really pay attention and kind of specialize in reflections and rewards and those kind of things, right? Everybody was extremely intrigued and taken by this system that Calvin came up with. It is unique. That word was used quite a few times by people who have been in this space for a long time, all right? Everybody likes this, and everybody's paying attention to it. Everybody's like, ooh, never thought of doing it that way. Look how it's working out, right? I got to research this a little more. I really got to get into it. As we're talking, this thing just shot over $14. There it is. Boom, 14. So let's see what happens. But anyway, yeah, everybody's really interested in this. And people who know what they're doing are like, okay, that's very interesting. I really got to check into that. I want to keep an eye on this because it is potentially a whole new way to do it. Has been invented here. And there's less than 700 holders. Not even a lot of people know about this, okay? But give this some time and everybody's going to know about it. It's really fantastic what is happening here. I just wish I had tons of money. I really do. I would throw so much into this because at $14, $15, $16, I don't see how it doesn't go up way up from there. 5x, 10x from there. I think the sky is the limit with this thing. I really do, right? Oh, and on that, while we're talking about that, and I hate to like panda this way, but hit the like button. Yes, right? If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Leave comments in the comment section. But check out the description. In the description of every single video, there are some links in there to different things that you can find. But there's also, there's a wallet in there for anybody who appreciates the information or whatever. It's kind of a tip wallet, and you can throw whatever you want. You can throw Rain in there. You can throw ETH in there. You can throw different things in there. Just let me know. So if it's something that's kind of odd and it's not in there, I can, import it or whatever. But I just wanted to let you know about that. Don't feel obligated to do it. I'm just saying it's there. Okay. Anyway, Rain. Yeah, as we're talking, I'm watching this thing go up. I'm really loving it. All right, but right now, I'm starving, so I'm gonna go get some breakfast. And I will talk to you probably a little bit. I might even check in with you a little later, depending on what this thing does. Because if it has a bit of a run up today, and today's kind of a weird day, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know how many people really are paying attention to crypto. But also, crypto is worldwide. It's not just here in the United States. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. And if it has a little bit of a run up, I might come back and talk about it a little more. I don't know what Calvin's doing today. He's a family man, so I doubt I can actually get him on to chat. So it might just be me that you're going to deal with. But either way, I think you might see me a little later talking about this again. We got to keep an eye on it. All right. Check this one out if you haven't checked it out. There's so much information out there about it. It is very, very different, very, very unique. And it's really going to do big things for people. This is one that I really, really, really want to push you to check out and potentially get involved in. I don't want to tell you what to do. I can't give you advice in that way. The only advice that I'm giving you is at least to check it out, because I think that you'll see what everyone else is seeing. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.